Well, I'm sure approximately 0 people could have seen this coming. Cathie Wood has some thoughts about Tesla.
Many people do not understand that there's a lot of other surreptitious competition evolving out there. Each of the hyperscalers is evolving its own chip strategy. You have a Tesla that has designed its own chip for an AI chip for the specialized, more specialized autonomous driving opportunity. And I think you're going to see a lot of companies developing more specialized chips.
I think Cathie's onto something here. Now that the penny's dropped, so to speak, and people have realised the colossal opportunity that all forms of AI represent in the future, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be doing AI-based training on generalised chips that were not specifically designed for specific types of training. Now, I understand GPUs provide great bang for buck, relatively speaking, but if you have a meaningful AI application with enormous potential financial opportunity, e.g. autonomy, much better for you to be training on specialized chips that have been designed either by you, ideally internally, or alternatively by someone external, but specifically for that job. When the numbers get big enough, the scale gets large enough, it makes a hell of a lot of sense. There is a reason Tesla designed their Dojo chip.
We know that NVIDIA, of course, will segment the market as well. So we just think that a lot of the assumptions for NVIDIA, that this is NVIDIA's market and it's alone, that those are changing.
So, Cathie, I want to move on to Tesla because you brought it up a moment ago. You've been a long time bull on Tesla. You have been buying shares recently after selling them for most of 2023. The stock down about 30% so far this year. We covered the news this week that shipments from Tesla's Shanghai factory sank to the lowest in over a year in February. The challenges...
Do I have to? Chinese New Year, 2 weeks of inactivity... Please tell me he's going to add this explanation. I mean, surely. Look, I don't want to be too obnoxious here, but let's just say you got 12 or 13 weeks in a quarter, right? Call it 4.25 weeks per month. That's 13 weeks. If for 2 of those weeks you ain't making vehicles, everyone's on holiday, nothing's happening, your suppliers aren't doing shit because they're celebrating the Chinese New Year, that means you've, in effect, lost about 15% of the quarter, compared to every other quarter in which you didn't lose 2 weeks, aka 15%. What do you think's going to happen? Makes for a great headline, but doesn't tell us anything meaningful other than China takes New Year's celebrations very seriously.
Facing the EV industry have been well documented. We've talked about those a lot. Why do you still like Tesla, considering all of the challenges in the EV space and also what many critics would say are disappointing fundamentals?
So, yes, you're right. We were selling last year as it was in the $300 to $400 range. It's back to $175. And this is what portfolio managers do. We have a 5-year investment time horizon for Tesla. And our price expectations from here, I mean, we see roughly a 7 to 10-fold increase. I know we're in...
Oh, is that all? 7 to 10-fold. What a terrible opportunity. I think I'll stick to the index funds. So a serious question. Is anyone aware of any other companies whose stock they personally believe could, in theory, over a 5-year time frame, see anywhere from a 7 to 10 times increase in value, not just based on your feelings or sticking your finger into the wind, but on a valuation model? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd actually be quite interested. I'd love to know your reasoning. I'm sure you could make the case for many companies purely based on hope, but I'm asking more in terms of reality. ARK Invest appear to be quite the contradiction too. Actively trading in and out of stocks that they personally believe over 5 years can do a 7 to 10x, but I get it. They're managing people's money, got to show activity. Here's a question. Let's just say Cathie Wood's right about Tesla. Over the next 5 years, Tesla's stock does a 7 to 10x. Will there be any ARK funds, let alone the average of all of them, that will have seen a 7 to 10x increase in value over that same time frame? In other words, will being all in on Tesla stock outperform all of the ARK funds? Food for thought.
In the process of revising our model, so I'm not at liberty to give you the new number. But
would that new number be higher or lower than 2000?
Well, we're pushing it out a year, and therefore it will be higher because the autonomous taxi platform opportunity will be in full force, we think, and we.
Well, that's a big deal. The fact that Cathie has disclosed what is seemingly obvious, in case you guys have forgotten or are unaware. The most recent fair valuation for Tesla stock from ARK Invest, which was a 5-year fair valuation, for 2027 was $2,000 per share. So this means that the new number is more than $2,000 per share for 2028. Now this is important because Cathie mentioned previously a 7 to 10x on Tesla stock over a 5-year time frame, but also with the caveat she's not at liberty to say exact numbers because they're yet to publish their new valuation model. As I record this, Tesla stock $175 per share, braced for impact when ARK Invest dropped their new Tesla fair valuation. I think a 7 to 10x is a massive lowball. Just do the math. What would Tesla need to do from today, from $175 per share to hit $2,000? Exactly, and it's going to be more than $2,000.
We believe that Tesla will get the lion's share of that market here in the US, if not elsewhere. Autonomous taxi platforms are SaaS models. Tesla's current gross margin is, well, it's in the teens right now because it's been cutting prices, but we think normalized, the EV margin is in the 30% range. SaaS margins are in the 80% range. Most analysts focusing on the stock have nothing in their models, or very little, for autonomous.
This is true and emblematic of the pussification of Wall Street. I still just cannot wrap my head around the fact that very few analysts, and I mean very few, are willing to make a probabilistic model about future outcomes and weight those probabilities and produce a valuation accordingly. Surely the probability of Tesla successfully launching a highly profitable autonomous robotaxi service is more than zero. If it ain't in your model, you've assigned a probability of 0. That's, to me, clearly a mistake. Now, the probability is obviously not 100. Nothing's ever 100% certain. The fact that, as Cathie points out, most analysts are completely ignoring this, well, the probability is certainly not 0, but I'm going to assume it is 0. Just wait. Given the potential scale of this, we're talking trillions of dollars here. I'm just not sure these people should be taken seriously. And again, perhaps I shouldn't either. There seems to be a complete and utter lack of courage. And the potential upside here is just so enormous. Of all the things to ignore, one of the biggest opportunities in generations, literally, no hyperbole, just ignore it, even though you know the probability is greater than 0, but you're assuming it's 0 based on your valuation model. Stunning.
Our confidence that autonomous is going to happen has increased because it has happened. We see Waymo successful. We see a lot of success and commercial success, that is, in China. It can be done. We think Tesla will launch a national service. And Tesla, this is where AI comes in. Tesla has orders of magnitude more data than all of the other auto and tech companies going after this market combined. And what's important about that is that it has corner cases that nobody else has. Rare occurrences on the roads that it has recorded and it is prepared for it, but others aren't.
Cathie,
they just don't have.
I just want to jump in. It's kind of like a running joke with the Tesla community because Elon Musk says every year we're going to have this autonomous driving technology, and every year since he started saying it, 2017, 2018, it has failed to materialize. Why are you so confident it's going to happen in the near future?
Well, because it has happened, as I just said, and so it's not if, it is when. That's the most important reason. Interestingly, in his last conference call, Tesla's last conference call, Elon said, yeah, I know I've been wrong about it, so I'm not even going to make a projection. I actually thought that was good, and maybe it has a better shot now. And we're looking at some of their hiring and their job postings and seeing rumblings in different cities that they're starting to get ready.
Hey, Cathie, something I know I brought up this with you before, but I think back to our you and my first interview back in May of 2014, so almost 10 years ago. But you brought up Elon Musk when he wasn't a household name or what his company was doing, and you likened him to Thomas Edison. And I guess what I want to ask you, you know this individual, you talk with him, you followed him obviously for a long time. Do you ever feel, do you feel that way still about him in terms of likening to someone like Thomas Edison? And how do you find clarity?
So maybe she's just making conversation, but Cathie would made the analogy, and by the way, it's an accurate one. Elon Musk, akin to Thomas Edison, incredible innovator and so on. Unless the guy had suffered severe brain damage and was no longer capable of thinking and acting, why would any of that change? Oh, wait, because Elon has opinions. Such a strange question. This will be like saying to a sports commentator years ago, you said Michael Jordan was an incredible athlete. At his peak, one of the best to ever do it. Do you still think he was one of the best to ever do it? What?
And feel comfort in some of the questionable and controversial things that Elon comments on or that he says.
There we go. Elon has opinions, therefore his capabilities, his competence. Would you question that now, suddenly, because Elon has opinions? What the fuck, bro? Oh, this is just a dumb question. I think she's fishing for Cathie Wood to say, Elon bad. I wish Elon would stop having opinions. Ain't gonna happen. Believe it or not, it seems quite clear to me that Cathie Wood is a big fan of people with balls and courage and freedom. Read between the lines in some of her commentary historically. I've watched a lot of her interviews. She seems to be a big fan of that big F word, once again, freedom.
Yes. Well, we're focused on the technology, and as is he. He is the inventor of our age, and this age is a very special age because the 5 major innovations.
What a master. Cathie Wood has completely dodged the Elon bad, Elon opinion bad question and just brought the focus back to things that matter. I mean, that's just an absolute masterful example right there. She's been baited in and she has not taken the bait.
Platforms around which we have centered our research are converging, and 3 of them he is helping to converge. This autonomous taxi platform opportunity is the convergence of robotics. Autonomous vehicles are robots, energy storage, they will be electric,
right,
and artificial intelligence, where those are 3 separate S-curves feeding each other, and should lead to super exponential growth. He has understood this idea that technologies are going to converge with one another, and that is the way he's been thinking. He's first principles research. Just because something's been done one way for a very long time, think autos, doesn't mean it's going to remain that way. And that's why he's going.
I can hear her already in the background. But he has opinions. What about his opinions, Cathie? Is Elon bad? I'm going to rewind a sec. You can hear her just desperate to get in there and just, Elon bad, but say something about Elon's opinions. Please, Cathie Wood, please. I got to rewind like 5 seconds. That's fucking hilarious.
He's first principles research. Just because something's been done one way for a very long time, think autos, doesn't mean it's going to remain that way. And that's why he's going to win.
Do you ever feel, though, that he gets distracted?
I think she might have read the room here and realised that she's not quite going to get the Elon bad, so maybe she can just attempt to use the term distracted. Distracted, e.g. distracted by sharing his thoughts, distracted by Elon bad's opinions. Shouldn't he stay off X and just make vehicles and rockets? I mean, for fuck's sake, if you look at what this guy's done, puts literally every other human on the planet to shame in terms of productivity. Distracted? Come on, bro.
Or can be too much. Yeah.
He is so laser focused on technology, and he, in the case of Tesla, the electric vehicle side, that is on automatic pilot. They are just scaling, and what he is doing is becoming, the manufacturer of factories. He's trying to figure out how to automate and continue to drive down the costs there. His focus is on autonomous now, certainly, and of course you can say on X he's distracted, but he's really more focused on the innovation. How can I go back to the future where I started, which was in the payments app space, sold to PayPal? How can I turn this into not only a payments app, but an everything app? And I think he's hard at work doing that in ways that we don't know yet. Always
fascinating to hear what Cathie Wood has to say. It's also fascinating to see people's appreciation and or lack thereof for Cathie Wood almost perfectly tracked the performance of Tesla stock. I think her comments are going to age particularly well, especially regarding the analysts on Wall Street, the majority of whom literally don't even have robo-taxis in their Tesla valuation model. Therefore, tacitly assuming that the probability of this occurring is literally 0%. A 0% probability for a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity, probably not going to age well. Want more content? Early access? bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. It's an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point. It's something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. Get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.